Right here we're making things happening, shaping the future. It starts today, yeah, it starts with me. So I put my walk on it, me not believe in luck and talking it.
People will forget what you said. People will forget what you do. But people will never forget how you made them feel. Her name is Maya Angelou. The thought of how we feel is where I want to begin this conversation this morning. Because as much as we appreciate logics and empirical thinking, it is important for us to not forget our real intrinsic human capacity to feel and to decide and make decisions by the emotions that come across to us. How we feel becomes important in the decisions that we make every day. So, why do I need to talk about emotions? Because we communicate, and every day we need to buy more people into our journey. We need to get more people to believe what we're believing and to run the courses that we're believing with the same verve and gusto as we do. So we need to talk to them and help them understand what we understand and get them to run like us. We need to communicate. But you want to do it as effectively as possible. So you want to generate so much information that is guided with emotion that will capture the other person's attention and drive the message home enough to get them to move. So, poetry is known to all of us, but how good do you know poetry? I'll take your mind back very quickly. So unfortunately, Nigeria just got out of the World Cup a few days back. Yes, I'm sad. I don't like it. And I can say in very simple words, it's sad that Nigeria came out of the World Cup, but it's okay. But as a poet, I can say it this way. I can talk to the guys who played for the Nigerian team, the Super Eagles, and I would say to them, come on, let's go home. Even the winner will go home. Let's do it quickly. Let's be early. Let's do it fast. Else, we'll meet the traffic in the air. Now that's a use of sarcasm to tell the Super Eagles team that I appreciate you, but you know what? I won't pat your back because you're mine. That is poetry. So poetry is like lead. It's a dense ball of information. It carries huge emotion. It is subtle, but it gets down. And the use of poetry cannot be undermined in the history of the world. And so we continue to speak about wonderful icons like William Shakespeare, Maya Angelou, and our very own people, Wole Soyinka, and very recently in the use of spoken word, D.K. Chukwumerije, who is doing wonderful with the theater is taken around the country. So today, I want to talk to you about believing because it's important for me. And I'll share with you why believing is important to me and should be important to you. I discovered that everything we do as humans, we do to the measure of our belief. Everything we do to the measure of our belief. So you would go to the place you need to go today because you believe to the extent that makes you go. Our energy to push, to drive, to get things done is rested on our believing. So, believing is the foundation, the base for everything we get to do. And I like to tell people that our country is one thing to believe in. And so a couple of years back, not too long, I began an initiative that keeps telling people you have to believe in Nigeria. And this was a task that was difficult for me time because I kept looking for things around to help people believe. I want to look at a project that is being done around to say, this is why you should believe. I was looking for a ray of hope from around us, but the thunder struck in my mind one day when I realized that I've been looking in the wrong directions. I ought to have said to people, look inwards, because everything that we get to see around us are because somebody believed when he could not or she could not see it. We make things be because we believe without seeing it around us. So if we keep looking for things around us to help us to believe enough to get things done, we are of all men most miserable. Can I share with you, as a poet would, what I think I want to leave you with after today about Nigeria? So, give me my poetic cap. For millennia past, no group of people have fallen from the blue sky with a common understanding, nor has any emerged from the blue sea pursuing a common goal. Every group that unites works hard for it, and thereafter they live in the reward of their choices. Every effectual group, from business to sport, country to race, make for themselves a core, and though they may not all grasp it at first, every member gravitates closer and closer to that uniting core. It is utter deception, a complete loss of mind, to think of becoming my best self without a synergy with others, who though are moving in different directions, are strategic points of intersection with me. So think of a basket, many individual parts. None is a basket all by itself, but all the individual parts in different locations, moving in different directions, are made to overlap at strategic points of commonality. Each piece of straw that seemed to have no use lying on the floor becomes an important part of the whole because there's a common interest of making a basket. And yes, it is hard to make the needed sacrifices now, but battles have never been won at the dining. So, the hardness of repair will increase for our children if we neglect our opportunity, because as society is continually deprived of sound understanding and love, the resources with which to sacrifice reduces in the hand of the prudent and brave. Time is going to the grave. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up from the extreme of fending for self. We seem to have forgotten that self is not complete without less. Selfless. That formidable ideology of every man's pursuit of self-actualization with a constant acknowledgement of the network around. One will chase 1,000, two will chase 2,000, no, 10,000. That is possible because of the multiplied effect of a common interest. A common interest. And in case you're satisfied with the 1,000 you're able to chase, remember, you will not always be the one to chase. Sometimes we all get chased. So sorry when they're after you. The comfort you had and indifference you exhibited becomes tragedy. You're so easily caught. Does it come clear to you? Is it visible? I mean, do I need to help you see that the lives we have now is a summarization. It's an accumulation of the actions and inactions of the past. So you either join to create a better future or have children who will be scourged by the future you refuse to create. Why is it so hard for Freke and Aisha to find opportunity to complement their ability? My life is in a suspension. I am shoved far from my success story. Greatness shouts within me, but I cannot reach my glory. The ladder is so high without rungs below. Community is non-existent. Individuality goes extinct. Selfish me. If I struggle hard enough, I can make enough of my education, have a glamorous wedding ceremony, and send my kids to Oxford. It's all about me when community is absent. So why do you call us a nation when you know it's all a lie? Why do you tell me to love my brother, turn your back, slide? I was was in the university 5 years because the course is lucrative. For those years, I had to blind my eyes to the greatness that is instinctive. No community, terrible impunity. It's all about survival. It's all about survival. No community. I'm losing my individuality. Where is my community? Where is my nation? But at last, when I eventually rest in my blessings, it will be because I finally found a covering. Community. I believe in you. I believe in us. I believe